Hi, I'm Paco de Leon, and this is a story about how I was offered a promotion and somehow took a crazy pay cut. So I was working as an executive assistant to a financial planner, and I brought him a bunch of ideas that made him a lot more money one year. I was thinking, all right, he's gonna surely pay me more. But instead he laid out a plan. Part of those details was my base salary actually getting cut, and then I would make 10% of every single dollar after a certain dollar amount. I was not excited about this deal, but I wanted to show this guy that I was down because maybe I'd make a lot more money. Well, I got totally screwed by this deal. I was being paid a whopping $44,000 a year, and I helped my boss go from making $200,000 to like $400,000. Part of me was hungry and thought I could do this, I could make this work. The deal that I was offered was, let's cut your base salary down to $36,000 a year, kid. You're gonna make 10% of every dollar over $400,000. And there's just one day, I just thought, let's just do the math. And he was paying himself $23,000 a month, and he was paying me $36,000 a year. I was earning 14 cents for every dollar he was. And that was the moment actually where I was like, I think we gotta figure something else out. I was suffering. I couldn't afford $40 a week on gas, so I started riding my bicycle to work. 7.5 miles one way, 7.5 miles home. I also went to the grocery store and saw that $2 bagged lettuce was just too expensive for me, so I grew a garden. It was bad. I mean, I went into an existential crisis. And honestly, it really tainted my relationship with my boss and at that company. Part of the moral of this story is, how was I complicit in this situation? For me, I know that I really didn't think that I was deserving of more pay. Like, what is the real cost of not negotiating for yourself? What are you gonna feel uncomfortable and embarrassed and get shot down? But if you don't take that chance, if you don't put it out there, if you don't try, do the uncomfortable thing, which is talk openly about money, the price that we all end up paying in the long run is just so steep. These philosophies that we have, these things that are ingrained and taught to us, they do totally impact your financial life. You really need to go through this uncomfortable pain. You need to figure out why it is you feel like you can't talk about money. You need to figure out why it is you feel like you can't advocate for the value that you're creating. This problem, it comes up. It comes up when you start your own business and you undercharge, when you have all these gigs and you can't figure out how to make it all work. It just keeps coming up. So you may as well deal with it now. That's my financial fail.